Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today my drink is Kopi. It's still morning, so that's what I'm starting off with. We'll see how the day unfolds. Today we are reacting to Alip Ba Ta, July 97. I think this is an original of his. I don't know anything about it other than somebody recommended it at some point. I didn't catch who it was, so I apologize for that. But if you are somebody who recommended July 97, then thank you for that in advance. And let's see what we get. Oh, wait. Okay. New guitar. I mean, I don't know when this came out. It could be an old guitar, but I don't think I've seen him play on an electroacoustic before. This is a Takamine. It's a nice guitar. But you can see he's got all the little... See, I got to figure out how to get the mouse showing on the screen. You can see he's got, like, there's an electronic thing right near the word sun on his chest. That's what kind of where the volume knobs are and some of the sliders for controlling treble and bass and things. But yeah, I think usually he's playing and recording into a microphone as opposed to having this direct feed. So I wonder if he's going to have this plugged into anything that's doing any sort of electronic effects or anything. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it effects exactly, but there's clearly a little bit kind of more something going on there. But he was doing like a double finger slide that was kind of interesting that I wanted to re-listen to. Nice. Nice. Almost kind of a Spanish thing. There we go. Nice. I wonder why he's wearing headphones. I don't think I've seen him wearing headphones when he performed before. If he's got some sort of a click track going on or why he's doing that. But this overall just seems like a very different setup than you might normally have. Or I wonder if it's just for hearing fully what the output of the song is like with whatever electronic effects he's going to be using. Like I said, there's a little bit of reverb or something going on, but nothing crazy. But who knows, maybe that'll change. Okay, I was not expecting this. I always like those guitars that have the kind of the doves as the fret markers. I can't see what type of guitar that is. Good. All right, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just keep going. So he's going to be soloing over his background. I have never seen him do anything like this. I've never seen him play an electric guitar before. Back up just a little bit to where he comes in. back and re-listen to that whole part. and think that about that a little bit more. I can't tell, is he using a pick or is he using his fingernails? Yeah, no, I don't think he hasn't. He's got one. You never really see it. I don't think he does. That's so that whole soloing technique was very interesting. The way he really, and I don't know that I've seen this before, but the way he had the tremolo bar just kind of buried in under his pinky finger and then was really making every note almost just kind of, scoop up or down or a lot of vibrato or everything. It really gives it much more of a, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of a singing's not quite like soulful crying almost feel to it. Just beautiful. And I also like the way he started off with that volume swell. You see him, the volume's off on the guitar. He plucks the string and then turns it up to bring that in so that there isn't like a sharp note that he's playing to start it, that it just kind of appears, right? Fix. If anybody ever told me that I would see Alip doing finger tapping like that, I don't think I would have believed them. Not that I wouldn't think he could do it. It just never really felt like it would go in the style of music that he was playing. But it really does, he didn't overdo it, right? Which is one of those things, it's always interesting to see people doing finger tapping if it's tastefully done. Some people can do it in extended ways, like, an Eddie Van Halen type, that can keep it fresh, or Steve Vai or somebody that are really masters of it in ways that they can play long periods of time and keep everything very, kind of interesting. Other times it just seems like they're doing it for flash. And this definitely did not seem like it was just being done for flash. It was very tastefully done. So I love that. A little bit interesting that when you have a lot of distortion on, that the harmonics that he plays don't come across quite as harmonic-y, if that makes sense, right? They almost still sound like notes that are being played because the harmonics are so distorted. So it kind of allows him to jump around and do some interesting harmonic things that don't even necessarily sound as different as normal harmonics might. And I'm debating whether or not I want to go back and listen to the solo one more time and pay attention a little bit more to what he's doing in the background music still. I've kind of been ignoring that and just focusing on the soloing. But I think what I'm going to do is not do that and just assume that what he's playing in the background for now is the same as what he was playing before. There's some other guitar player that this is reminding me of, the way he's playing this kind of distorted melodic tremolo bar kind of crying style. It's almost like a George Lynch, maybe, from Dokken. He had some solo stuff. There was one song specifically, I think it was called I Will Remember, that had some kind of crying, sounding lead like this, that I think this might be reminding me of. I'm gonna have to go back and think about that, but that's what's coming to mind right now. almost wonder when he wrote this if he was intending from the beginning to have like an electronic, like, or not electronic, but like a lead guitar on top of the background, or if that was something like he wrote the acoustic and liked it and just realized that it was something that like kind of inspired melodic lead guitar playing and went back and recorded over the top of it. I mean, you guys can let me know. Maybe he did. Like maybe this was something that actually was released with just the acoustic part and he came back later and added the solo on top of it. On the lead there, so I would almost expect him to so he could hear it better. Go back and listen to that last little part. Nice. That was a really, really cool tune. I mean, you know, he never ceases to amaze me. I mean, you know, I've talked a lot about, you know, his techniques and his, you know, his ability to transcribe, come up with his own cool versions of existing songs as well as, you know, write, you know, new songs. Uh, but this is the first time I had seen him do anything like this. And so anytime, you know, I've watched a bunch of, you know, things from some guitar player and they're still continuing to come out with things. I mean, this is an older thing, I think. Uh, but just anytime, like, I continue to be surprised over and over by the same person is very, very refreshing. Um, just hadn't seen him do anything like this before, and it's so cool. And I'm sure there's probably a lot more songs out there that he's done that I, you know, are going to do something that surprised me, which is really what you want more than anything in an artist that you love, right? You want to have something new and interesting and inspiring every time you listen to their music. And a lot of times you might find a new artist, right? And you listen to a few of their songs and you think they're great. And then you listen to a lot of their songs. And after a while, they all start kind of sounding the same. Like individually, they all might be great songs, but there's not a ton of variety in what you're actually hearing. Um, and I think that's an even more common issue with instrumentalists, right? I think when you're a vocalist or a full band or something, it's a lot easier, maybe, I think, to say, like, okay, we're going to do a blues song or a rock song or a ska song or something more classical sounding or whatever, right? You can kind of pick certain genres and maybe you're not the greatest at all of them, but maybe you're still willing to give it a shot and have some fun. I think when you're an instrumentalist, it's oftentimes a little bit, um, for whatever reason. So I haven't found that to be an issue with Alip yet. And so I think that's awesome. Once again, the Alipers have led me in the right direction. I appreciate you guys. And again, let me know what you want me to listen to of his next. I still have a few songs in queue for him. Most of them are songs that were uh, covers of his. You know, I've done some of the big covers, but there's still some other ones out there that I need. Uh, but I don't have a long list of originals by him that I still need to react to. This might have been the last one. So definitely give me some recommendations for originals of Alip's, and keep the comments coming and the conversations. I really enjoy spending time in the comments and chatting with people. So yeah, Really appreciate you guys. I will have a link to the original video in the description, and I will see you guys all again on the next one.